Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Book Spotlight, and today we're revisiting the world of non-fiction. So what we have here is, look, up on the screen, the big book of superhero movie reviews. There are 100 movie reviews of the superhero genre, everything ranging from live action to feature-length animated films. And this book itself was inspired by Tim Gross, who writes Gross Movie Reviews. It's all horror-based, his stuff, but he has a website and he posts all his reviews. But then what he did is later, this is years ago, okay, he collected his reviews and published a book. And I thought, well, that's a great idea. Let's do that. So I wrote like a pile of superhero movie reviews over a course of several years, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to collect these all, I'm going to put them in alphabetical order, and I'm going to throw them in this book. So, for example, like we have here, like you can see how this one is dealing with the Amazing Spider-Man. So that's kind of how it's laid out. We got information about the film up top here. Then we have like a recap of what the story is about in general, and then we have like my actual review of the item or movie. So yeah, so we got, like, that's an example of what it looks like. But yeah, like you see from the table of contents, I mean, it's quite extensive. I mean, you got all those plus all of these as well. See, so like stuff that's in here is like Justice League Crisis on Two Earths, Justice League Doom, Justice League The Flashpoint Paradox. There's also Ultimate Avengers the movie, Ultimate Avengers 2 Rise of the Panther, and there is also Watchmen The Ultimate Cut. There's X2 X-Men United, Hellboy 1 and 2, an old one from the 80s called Hero at Large with John Ritter. I mean, it's just everything that I've seen in terms of, up until the point of writing the book, of course, in terms of superhero movies and what my thought is. And I'm a lifelong superhero fan. I've always been one, and anytime there was a superhero movie coming out, and we're talking now pre-MCU, before they really started pumping them out, you know. And so prior to that, every time a superhero movie came out, it was a big deal for me. You know, we had the Christopher Reeve Superman stuff, the Michael Keaton Batman movies, which then gave way to the, you know, Val Kilmer and George Clooney. There was also Christian Bale stuff. But then, yeah, and then now it's changed, of course, over time with, you know, the MCU building their universe and stuff, and the upcoming DCU, which I'm really hoping they're going to do well on that. So yeah, that's what this book is about. It's a collection of thoughts from one fan to another, and saying, here, this is what I thought of this particular superhero movie. I hope you agree. If you disagree, let me know why, you know, that kind of thing. So it's interesting. Oh yeah, see, here's The Punisher, and what did I rate it? I rated it 4.5 out of 5, and there's lots of reasons as to why. When you read this book, Mask of Zorro, for example, he's a superhero, definitely a superhero, Zorro. Huge Zorro fan. I had a YouTube short showing my Zorro Funko Pop because I like him so much. But those movies with Antonio Banderas were really good. I'm hoping for some sort of either a reboot or a remake or something down the line regarding Zorro. But anyway, yeah, we have, you know, or the Phantom, you know, that classic pulp, Billy Zane, that's in here too. And what's interesting about this book, I mean, it does pretty good at conventions here locally, but in terms of like online sales, seldom does it sell in the Western world. It's a thing in the UK. I don't know why. I have zero concept as to why that would be. But when I, you know, do my calculations and stuff for the administrative side of this whole business thing, yeah, for this particular title, the UK, the UK, the UK, the UK. So thank you, those in the United Kingdom, for giving this book a whirl. And yeah, in terms of the cover, I just want to say, like, I designed the whole thing. The graphic I drew, the film aspect of it was a borrowed image. Not a borrowed. That sounds right. It sounds wrong. Oh man, laugh with me here. I bought this image, and then I tweaked it and fiddled with it and changed it in Photoshop to make it this kind of cover. And I wanted to make it fun too, hence the comic-y-esque writing, because, well, we are dealing with comic book based films. So this is it here, and then there's a synopsis on the back. I'm going to read that to you real quick, and then we'll close her up. So it says, superheroes have invaded film more in the past decade and a half than they have in their entire history. From major blockbusters like Man of Steel and the Dark Knight Trilogy, to DC Entertainment's line of fantastic direct-to-video animated films, to other super flicks like The Incredibles. Superheroes are enjoying a major resurgence in popular culture, and fans have now entered a golden era of superhero cinema. Lifelong superhero fan and author A.P. Fuchs has made it his mission to see every superhero movie that's been brought to screen. Collected here are his first 100 reviews covering the major blockbusters of today to the lesser-known super flicks of yesterday, along with everything in between. Reviewing such classics as the original Christopher Reeve Superman films, to the jaw-dropping Marvel Phase 1 series that include Iron Man 1 and 2, The Incredible Hulk, Thor, Captain America, and The Avengers, to the movies that arguably started the current age of superhero cinema, the X-Men franchise. He's got this amazing genre covered. Also included are a multitude of animated features, superhero movies that didn't quite hit at the box office, pulp heroes, and more. Look up on the screen is a collection of reviews for the serious superhero film goer from a die-hard fan who's seen nearly all of what the superhero motion picture field has to offer. Whether your theater is at the Cineplex or in your own home, this is one collection that's a must-add to your bookshelf of behind-the-scenes goodies, movie guides, superhero film novelizations, and graphic novels. So there you have it. Look up on the screen, the big book of superhero movie reviews, A.P. Fuchs. And I'm going to finish with this. What's really cool is thus far, I have not seen anywhere available a book like this. There is not another superhero movie review book out there at all. So if you want to have, the only kind of book like this in existence, pick up a copy of Look Up on the Screen. It's in paperback, it's an ebook, and again, you get 100 reviews, lots of reading, and when I do get feedback for it, it is positive feedback. So I really hope you enjoy it. Please check it out. And this is it, and I wrote it. This is a labor of love book. Why? I love superheroes. End of story. You can see my hat, glasses. So yeah, superheroes are my thing, and I wanted to share that love with you. So that's why I made this book. It's from one fan to another. Consider it a gift in that context. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next Book Spotlight, where we'll get back into fiction. Talk to you later. Enjoy.